This next question comes all the way from Malaysia, from Mr. E.H., which is how presumably he identified himself. Mr. E.H. from Malaysia. I should say it says Izane. So Izane H from Malaysia asks, what is the difference between figurative and literally? Does literally also mean figuratively? How do you use it in a sentence? Wonderful. This is a wonderful question. And in fact, it is not quite a pet peeve of mine, but something I do notice is that people often use literally instead of the word figuratively. I mean, they use the word literally when they actually mean the meaning of the word figuratively. So let's start with literally. What does literally mean? Literally means actually. It means without any exaggeration. And if one is being very careful with one's language, one only uses the word literally to describe something that is factual or actual or literal. So here's an example. I literally had to climb 10 flights of stairs to get here. Suppose I was meeting somebody in an office, the elevator was broken, I climbed up 10 flights of stairs. If I indeed climbed up 10 flights of stairs, the use of literally is correct, because I literally, meaning actually, meaning in reality, meaning in fact, had to climb 10, not 11, not 9, 10 flights of stairs to get here. Now, on the other hand, if I only had to climb a bunch of stairs to get here, if I said I literally had to climb 10 flights of stairs to get here, then that's fine. We understand what we mean, but we're not being as careful as we could be with our language. Now, figuratively, on the other hand, means metaphorically, as a matter of speaking, more broadly. So a lot of times when people say literally, they actually mean what the word figuratively means. Let me see if I can give you an example. So here's another example. Suppose I said, I climbed mountains to get here, figuratively speaking. Now, if I use a phrase like figuratively speaking, you know that I didn't literally climb mountains to get here. In other words, I expended a great deal of effort, an effort that is analogous to the effort that one would take to climb mountains, although I didn't literally climb mountains to get someplace. Suppose I did climb many mountains to get somewhere. Suppose I wanted to meet some ascetic in the mountains of the Himalayas. And I climbed not just one, but 2 or 3 different mountains. I went over and under and over and under and over and under until finally get to this ascetic's cave where he or she is meditating. Then I could say, I literally climbed mountains to get here. However, if I'm just speaking of a more speaking in a more general way, or I'm speaking figuratively or metaphorically, then I can say I climb mountains to get here, figuratively speaking. So that is one way of clarifying the difference between figuratively and literally. I have a note here in the chat. You could say I literally climbed like 10 flights of stairs. Exactly. So here we can use in a very colloquial way, but a very commonly accepted way. We use words like, for instance, to indicate it's a way of indicating imprecision, right? I climb like 10 flights of stairs to get here. That word is actually a very meaningful word because it telegraphs to the listener, oh yeah, more or less 10. Same things like I climbed more or less 10 flights of stairs to get here. One of the things that the study of grammar can do is to help us for those situations in which we want to be precise, And for those situations where everybody understands what everybody means, and we don't have to worry about being too precise, then it's totally fine. That's the distinction that Marie makes in the beginning of the Basic Cozy Grammar course between colloquial and formal language. When we're speaking formally, it can be very helpful to the precision of our speech, to the precision of our expression, to distinguish between figurative and literal.